Hello right bags, it's Jade Plays Games with a special video. Today we're going to be taking an analytical look at Red Dead Redemption. Yes, Red Dead Redemption has got a bit of a special place in my heart. It's something I've always enjoyed playing. It's like one of my top 3 games. Absolutely spent hours and hours running around, just skinning coyotes and shooting birds and jumping on trains. Loved the game. Not a big Rockstar fanboy. I'm not a big fan of GTA 5. Didn't finish the story. Barely got into it. Didn't really like online play. Don't like it. But I've always been a Red Dead fanboy. I love the game. So the sequel is coming out, obviously in October, and we've got big things going on. It's going to be, look, you can see October 26th. It's going to be on all systems. This is the brand new trailer for it that just released. Spoilers, there's loads of good stuff here. If you don't want to know stuff, John Marston's in the game. He's in the game. We might even be able to control him or do something with him. But he's definitely in him. We're going to see that in trailers. So if you've not seen it, come on me. We're going to watch it together. I'll probably be talking over it a little bit. If you want to see the full trailer without me yapping and with sound, then go ahead and watch it. But Rockstar are absolute buggers. They will copyright the shit out of every tiny little clip, which I don't really mind. So maybe we'll put the sound up because I just want to show you guys what I think about the game. So I'm not that fussed if we don't get any revenue from it, which is rightly so. It's their trailer. If they want to be like that, that's fine. It's their exclusive. But you're starting off. We know it's set some years before. They've been confirmed it's about 12 years, I do believe, before Red Dead Redemption 1. You are part of the Vanderling gang, which is part of the gang that you had to go and destroy as John Marston in the first one, and this is obviously way before. Strikes me the trailer's a bit odd. It really feels like an old sort of, not an old film, but a new western, really focusing on story and character, not so much just action and all the normal stuff you'd associate with a western game. Like all these little cut bits to like this little story. That's pretty different for a Rockstar game. I think that's pretty interesting. So it's going to be a bit more weighty. I really think it's going to be weighty. I mean, it was amazing. Red Dead Redemption 1's got one of the best stories going, absolutely hands down. But the fact they're making it the full focus of this trailer now, and there is mixture here. There is rendered CGI or whatever, you know, cutscenes, and some of this is gameplay as well. So it'd be interesting to see how we come along in the next few months. Hopefully they'll reveal a bit more. We'll see some actual proper full-on gameplay. It is a bit hard to tell, but you can tell some of it is definitely like, you know, structured gameplay. Looks like it's going to be a lot more fighting in the game. You've got this big gang. Apparently the synopsis is that a botched robbery goes wrong and you have got to leave Blackwater. So Blackwater from the first game is in there, and it's pretty much where Blackwater was in like the top right hand side of the map. Well, now Blackwater's at the bottom left, and there's the combat you can see there. Lots of fist fighting. He is a bounty collector. He's a debt collector. So he doesn't necessarily want to kill people all the time. So there might be a lot more fighting. And there's John Marston. That is John Marston. I kid you not. That is John Marston. And he obviously got some sort of connection to Morgan, or you know, the guy that's the new hero. So I don't know what that connection is going to be. It might not be nothing massive. That might just be a really little teaser. So we're going to go over it back again. Let's go over it and we'll pause it a little again. So train rides going to be a huge feature of the game because there weren't no cars. I mean, there weren't that cars in Red Dead Redemption 1. You only got to muck around with a car at the very end, I do believe, when you had just that little journey with the lawman. But this is set 12 years beforehand. So using trains is going to be big to get around. Obviously, you've still got your horses, you've got your carriages, but I think trains are going to play a bigger part in terms of like you're going to be robbing them a lot more. There might be more battles and gunfights on them and stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool. And obviously, this is Butch. This is the leader, I do believe. And one aspect they were saying here, if we go back and look at the gun, watch the gun detail, if we could pause it rightly, because they're talking about like how they're going to implement stuff for online play. You know, GTA 5 is a huge beast. People love it. They love the fact there's customizations. They love the fact that they get lots of free content. There is lots of free content. The shark cards and the way that it's monetized has always been a bit crap, but it makes GTA so much money. They didn't even bother with any DLC for the game in terms of story. Why bother putting DLC story when, you know, you can just do some new events, pop on some new ways to earn new items quicker with shark cards, and you don't need to bother doing that stuff. And it looks like Red Dead Redemption is going to go down that route because they've been talking about the customization on guns. So just like every game going, you probably will be able to customize your guns a lot more, but not just like stupid, hopefully, God no, we're not going to get no pink polka dotted, you know, horrible, disgusting looking stuff. It's more going to be in the time. It's going to fit the stuff. So you might be able to get inscriptions, gold inlays like these. You may be able to change certain things, aspects of it. But that's what I've been reading into a lot lately. That customization is going to be pretty deep in terms of what you can do for online component for buying stuff. Now hopefully some stuff will transfer to the game. You could have lots of different suits in the first one, which was amazing. I loved mucking around with the different suits and dressing John Marston up as my ultimate Ken doll. But yeah, doing it in this setting, and you know, I presume there's going to be not shark cards. What's it going to be? Shark bills? What did they use? There was no credit line. It was just cash or gold. So maybe it'll be gold. Maybe it'll just be, you know, you buy 1,000 gold and you can go and do whatever you want. So no real details on online play. Got nothing, absolutely nada. But this, I don't think we're going to get anything like that till maybe well near release, maybe till September time. But that's what I've heard about customization. So let's carry on. Yeah, it's been a long time in the coming. You know, it's been delayed a few times. It looks like you're going to be able to play this character a little bit as well, or she's going to be definitely a big focus. She is in more of the trailer, and she's doing shit. She's not just some damsel in distress. She's actually got a big thick knife, and she looks like she can hold herself. So that's pretty good. And there's a lot of fighting between the gangs, and I think your character doesn't really want to necessarily get out there too much, and doesn't want to, I don't know, just has some sort of conflict with the rest of the gang members. Maybe that'll happen, because I don't think John Marston goes after him. He's not around, is he? So is it going to be a bittersweet ending? Spoilers, John Marston dies in Red Dead Redemption 1, if you've not completed that by now. Where have you been? There's a lot of focus as well on some of the characters. There's more characters from Red Dead Redemption 1 appearing in this. So around this campfire, apparently, is the old man from Red Dead Redemption 1. On Marston Ranch Hold, they had an old man who they called Uncle, and apparently, I do believe it is it going to show that guy? Have we gone past it? Come in, where is it gone? That guy, I think it's that guy there. Could be wrong, I could be wrong, but apparently he is around the campfire, and it is the same dude, because he was part of the gang. That's why John Marston took him in as part of, you know, called him Uncle, because he was part of the Vandalin gang. It looks sumptuous, it looks great. That hair looks a bit dopey though. I'm just saying, I ain't nitpicking and shit. Well, I am nitpicking and shit, but look at the horsehair, look at the way it's just kind of just like some really bad throw wind comb over. A bit like mine today, actually. I've only just woke up, and I'd seen all this come out yesterday, but I was pretty sick, so I didn't have a chance to do it. But that looks amazing. Look at this town. Now, Blackwater is only going to be a small part of the town. Obviously, there's going to be a huge, massive map. And what I'll show you here is some actual leaked shizzle. Leaked shizzle? Leaked shizzle. Supposedly this is the map, and that's Blackwater. So Red Dead Redemption was all set around here. You had Blackwater, and then you had like Mexico down at the bottom there, and this is the brand new map. Now, not 100% guaranteed. Some of these sources are pretty vague, but it does look like a good bet. You know, I'm feeling like this is a good bet. So you've got like prairie lands here, you've got like more desert areas, you've got snow and mountains, then you've got like swamps and bayous. And it's important to note that Blackwater was a frontier town, and it wasn't as populated. In the first one, it's becoming more of a city. It's becoming more of a settlement and a proper town. Whereas this one, obviously, is going to be a little bit different. I mean, I presume this is Blackwater because they're talking a lot about the robbery that goes wrong in Blackwater. And that's what kind of sets everything off in motion. They're chased by the Federals across the states because of this botched robbery in Blackwater. And all sorts of little cutscenes. Hopefully, we'll be running around. It'd be amazing if we're just walking around and that's happening live. You've got like that light show going on, the fire eating, that would be really cool, and clairvoyance and stuff like that. And then you've got a doctor, he's obviously getting himself hooked up and stuff, and then we've got some sort of huge battle going on here. Like, look at the flames going off, and this is a big old town. Now again, I think this is Blackwater, I'm not too sure, but look how many players there are in the gang. That's pretty big. And there you go, obviously he's burying people. Sad times, people are gonna die, and this is bank robbery, big part of the game. Obviously we've got different characters here. You can see all the typical archetype ones. We've got like the suited and booted gentleman, gangster, criminal, western guy. We've got the native Indian. We've got the old grizzled, you know, sort of bare neck character. Then we've got the boss dude, and then we've got us as well. So they look like they could be like the main members of the gang. And obviously these guys now, they look a bit more menacing. That looks pretty interesting. Here you go, got more shots of the train rides and stuff like that. Now this guy is telling him about being brothers, and you know, sometimes brothers fight, or sometimes brothers do something, or you know, something gets in the way. So he's going to be a bad guy. I got a feeling he's going to be a bad guy. Got another chick in it as well. Don't know what she's doing or what she's doing. But yeah, and now this guy here. this guy is the bad guy from the first Red Dead Redemption. He's the one that kills your puppy, and you end up killing him as John Marston's son, Jack. That is the dude, the Federal Bureau dude. This is a new one, so obviously he's going to die in the movie. Well, in the movie, call it a movie. That's what it feels like. It really does feel like a movie. But he's definitely going to be the big baddie, I think. And obviously this is him. This is like the Federals who are chasing after him. Although they don't look like they're in a strong position at the moment. They're surrounded by everyone else. But, you know, look, they're like, yeah, we're coming to get you. You got 5 minutes to get out here before that's it. We're gonna pump a load of lead in you. Now the fight and the combat situation is pretty interesting as well. Let's go a little bit slowly. Now these could be cutscenes. It does look really professional. If this is actual gameplay, oh my gosh, they would have surpassed themselves. Like, and it could be. Like, you play God of War lately and you see how smooth the combat can be, and when you put the God of War combat through slow motion, like when I've been recording it and stuff, and I reckon this is gameplay. I don't think this is a cutscene. I think this is actual proper gameplay of the fights and stuff. Even going way back when, The Order had some really cool, you know, action gameplay when it was close up and you felt like it was a cutscene. It wasn't. So I really hope it's like that. It'd be amazing if you've got this all the time and it cuts to these like slow down or different angles when you're fighting people hand to hand. This one's a bit more, look, it's just taking him out completely, just boom, get on the floor, son. And then this one's definitely more of a cutscene. That, I really don't think that's a cutscene. I think that's gameplay. I think that's just the way it rolls. This one I feel like it's a cutscene, or it's going to be like a QTE event where you're fighting someone. Looks like you're fighting the, or I don't know if that's you actually. It looks like that's the other dude. It looks like it's the Butch, the leader, versus the Indian guy, the native Indian. I mean, there could be two different ones. The character model there looks a bit iffy. It looks a bit too much shine on his face there. There you can see she's doing work with the knife, and then we've got the big bad guy. Let's take a look at him again, one with slow motion. Look, there she is. She's got the big bad. So she knows what to do. She knows she can handle a knife. So hopefully she's going to be part of the gang. Maybe you get to control her. It might be. Imagine if it was like GTA 5 where you control different characters. That is something I hadn't really thought about. What if you could control her? Oh, what if you could be John Marston? That would be epic. That would be amazing if you could be John Marston. And you can see here just going through. Now the bad guy is an ugly son of a bitch. Look at that, the pot-old face. But yeah, he looks mean. He wants to take people out. That's what he's going to be doing. And then obviously they've been like ambushed or attacked and trying to get out. And this is John Marston. That is John Marston. He's got the same scars as John Marston on his face. And you can see their recent scars as well. So he's not having a good time. So whatever's gone down with this kid, because you know it was 12 years beforehand, so he was only in like his 20s. You've got to assume, yeah, like he's definitely part of the gang, because this is a rival gang. These look like a bunch of Brits, I swear, because look at the hats they're wearing and stuff like that, and the suits. They've got him hostage. And there's Butch and there's, you know, Morgan talking about it and what they're going to do. They're going to protect the kid, protect John Marston. And obviously he's got some sort of connection, because look, the worry in his face about it. What is he going to do? He's like down. It almost looks like he's not going to be able to do anything about it though. From that angle, it just looks like he's resigned to the fact that, you know, shit's going to go down with John Marston. Maybe that's what turns John Marston against his team. To be fair, it's been a long time. I can't sit here and promise I can cite off every little bit of lore, backstory from Red Dead Redemption 1. But he left. He left the gang and he tried to live a quiet life. So maybe this is part of it. Maybe he'd left and they got him hostage. Some other gang had got him hostage and brought him back. Maybe they're trying to entice him. Maybe it's going to show John Marston in the gang properly. We've not seen any other screenshots of John Marston in the gang though, so I don't think he's going to be in the whole game fully. Like, he's not going to be a playable character for the whole thing, or someone that you're going to speak to for the whole game. I doubt it very much. I think it would be too bittersweet as well, because, you know, he's the main dude in Red Dead Redemption 1. So having him as just that character and being able to converse with and talk to for the whole Red Dead Redemption 2, it would take away too much from this guy. Because this is the new hero. This is the guy we've got to get behind. We've got to believe and buy into. If we have the ghost of John Marston floating around too much, no one's going to give a shit about this guy. We're just going to be like, yeah, bring John Marston back from the dead. Because everyone hated Jack. Jack Marston was the son And when you complete the game, pretty much most of the game, it ended up with a cutscene where you get killed and your son grows up and then he goes and takes revenge on the people that killed him. And you can go and roam the world as Jack Marston. It is the worst. It's just not the same. It's not the same. After playing the whole game so many hours as John and then running around as Jack, it just doesn't feel right. Jack's got a different voice, different way. There's just something not right about him. So, yeah, definitely, like, you can't have too much of him in the game. This is interesting. These are like some, obviously it's really cold, so they're all dressed up really snowily, and you know something's going on here. Got a nice big sawn off shotgun there. It looks like it is. Yeah, it is. Look, it's a 2-1, and they're just definitely doing more night shots of taking on trains and stuff. So it's pretty cold. Like, really going across the states, trying to get away from these lawmen. The gun duels are back in the game. There's, you know, that's going to be a big aspect of it. Was a bit buggy in number 1, or I don't remember it being buggy, but well, it was buggy. It just wasn't very much ream or horizon to it. It wasn't very hard, but it never taught you much. So you eventually learned how to do it properly. But I remember the tutorial being on it being pretty crap. So look, the whole town's been done. It's like some mining town or something's been just decimated. So there we go. October 26th, Red Dead Redemption 2. I think I've gone through everything I wanted to kind of go through. Like, expect deep customization, online play, which you probably know, but hopefully that little piece of the gun is giving people a little bit more of a clue what to expect when it does. And then yeah, we've got John Marston, maybe as a playable character, or hopefully there are some other playable characters. I'd quite like that. Maybe they don't do that. Maybe they want the story to revolve just around one character, so we buy into him as much. I've got to say, from initially seeing the trailers that I have seen, I'm still not convinced by this dude. Not 100% yet. You know, I don't know what kind of character he's going to be. Is he going to be a complete anti-hero? Are we meant to really hate him but respect him? Is it a case of like he's just been dragged into shit? I don't think it's a case of him going to be repentant. John was repentant. He didn't, you know, he kind of was sorry for the shit he did when he was younger, when he's maybe this age. Whereas this guy looks like he's fully in that mode, you know. I don't think there's no softness, there's no little moments. It looks like he's a proper gunslinger, and he is like, yeah, he's there to do shit. Maybe he'll go against Butch eventually, but he doesn't kill Butch because John does. I'm pretty sure John does, or kills him. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But yeah, let me know. Any gaps you feel I've missed out there in Red Dead Redemption 1, the story, let me know, refresh me. And if you guys want to see me play this, I've got some friends doing it as well. They might be doing live streams, so expect me to be sharing people doing a Red Dead Redemption 1 live stream recently in the next few weeks. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I will start covering more news. Anything that comes out for Red Dead Redemption 2. There isn't that much. Rockstar are just buggers. They don't ever, you know, release loads and loads of information. So I'm not going to suddenly become one of these clickbaity things like, oh my god, you can do this, do that, and it's not true at all. It will be sporadic. But once there is some information about Red Dead Redemption 2 or a new trailer, I'll definitely show it to you guys, and we'll go over it like this as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure you hit the like button. For more early access stuff, which I normally cover, make sure you've got notifications turned on. Go and check out my access show nearly every day, talking about early access games, brand new stuff, showing trailers mostly, things that are coming out, giving you all the information you need about games that are coming to Xbox, PS4 and PC, and Nintendo Switch as well. And I'll see you rat bags very soon for another Red Dead Redemption video. Bye!